I left my mother at the altar. For some backstory. I'm a 20-year-old guy. My mom and dad divorced when I was 16. 2 months later my dad took his life. During the divorce no one would talk to me about the why. Afterwards it was overshadowed by my dad's death. Because of all that happened, that period in my life is a blur. So I don't really remember when Joey started dating my mom and when he moved in, but it can't be that long after I lost dad. Joey and I are cordial. I don't hate him, but I don't like him either. A year ago Joey and mom got engaged. And since her parents have already died, she wanted me to walk her down the aisle. 2 months ago it would have been my dad's 40th birthday. Ever since his death it is a somber day for me. I was really close with my dad, so it still hits me. I took a half day off work because I needed some time for myself. I came home and heard my mom and her sister talking in the kitchen. They didn't see me and they were talking about dad. Not sure the precise wording, but the conversation went something like this. Aunt, Dad's name was a good husband and provider. I still don't get why you choose Joey. Mom, because I was tired of him and Joey was exciting, still to be honest. I do feel bad that he found out. I understand the divorce when he found out, but taking his life was a bit too far. Aunt, come on, you know you were his world, he moved here for you. His family disowned him for you, he worshipped the ground you walked on. Mom, he could still have had me if he accepted that I was also seeing Joey. When I heard that I quietly walked away. This is how I found out that my parents divorced and my dad took his life because my mom was cheating with Joey. The same Joey who is marrying my mom. And mom did not even have any remorse. I left home and went to my best friend Tessa. She was the only one I could go to cry. I told her everything and she let me stay the night. In the next 2 months I applied for and interviewed for a job on the other side of the country. And I got accepted. I did everything with my mom preparing for her wedding. In the meantime I quit my job and made plans to move away. The company I applied to was arranging for housing for the first year. I arranged to fly down there and move in on the day of the wedding. In the meantime I sent everything I needed to my new home. I sold my furniture on Facebook, and the last days I stayed at Tessa's. I was making my own plans for the wedding and came up with a few over-the-top plans, like having a Bluetooth speaker hidden in the venue play a pre-recorded message somewhere during the wedding ceremony. But I went with a cheaper solution, giving the MC of the night an envelope with a note he should read and $100 to make sure he reads it regardless of the reactions. The note said, Dear Mom, by now you have noticed I'm not there. I can't be part of your big day since I've learned it is on top of the blood of my father. I know you and Dad divorced because of your affair with Joey. The same Joey that is standing beside you. I don't know what the trigger was, but this directly contributed in Dad's death. I can no longer be part of your life knowing this. You will never hear or see me again. Goodbye forever. I could have written something more poetic, but I'm just not that good at it. The wedding was Saturday. I called Mom in the morning hearing how excited she was, etc., and then I left for the airport, leaving my phone on the table in my small apartment. No doubt they have already found it, with a copy of the note, in case the original plan somehow didn't work. I wish I could tell you what the reaction was at the wedding. I'm hoping everything went according to my plan, but I have no way to confirm. My best friend is the only one that has my new contact info, and she wasn't invited to the wedding. I'm now sitting in my new apartment, drinking a beer, browsing on Reddit. Tomorrow I'm going to my new job, signing the last papers, getting my access badge, a tour of the company, etc. And Tuesday will be my first day on the job. Update. It's been 6 months, so I thought I'd give an update about what I've been doing and, most importantly, how the wedding went. Yes, the universe did want me to know, and it's juicy. But first, what have I been doing the last 6 months? Enjoying life. I've stopped shaving and I'm now trimming my beard, going for a young Tony Stark look. I've been going out, going to the gym, and I'm enjoying my work. I'm good at what I do, not you get a promotion in your first 6 months, good, but I did get a salary raise. Okay, now to the part you want to know. How did I get the news on what happened at the wedding? Well, this couldn't have gone better if I planned it. Tessa, my best friend, sent me an email with the details. The MC of the night, unbeknownst to me, was a local radio DJ. I didn't know because I never listened to that radio station. Now, he's an MC for events as a side gig, but he always has a clause in his contract where he can use anything that happened at the events as material for his radio show. This is what Tessa told me the DJ talked about on the radio 6 months after the wedding. So, somewhere there might be some spice added or some details forgotten, but the rest is still juicy. And it is juicy. When it was time for me to walk Mom. I'm not going to call her Mom anymore, ex-Mom or XM for short. Okay, when it was time for me to walk ex-Mom down the aisle, nobody could find me. And after they looked for me for half an hour, XM walked herself down the aisle. I bet she was pissed. Joey and XM did get married, and when it was time for the speeches, the MC opened the envelope and read the note. Copy and pasting it from my previous post. Dear Mom, by now you've noticed I'm not there. I can't be part of your big day since I've learned it's built on top of the blood of my father. I know you and Dad divorced because of your affair with Joey. The same Joey that is standing beside you. I don't know what the trigger was, but this directly contributed to Dad's death. I can no longer be a part of your life knowing this. You will never hear or see me again. Goodbye forever. At the start, Mom screamed and ran to the MC, but because it was a short note, the MC was finished before she got to him. Turns out most of the people there didn't know about XM's infidelity and that it was the reason for Dad's death. So they weren't very sympathetic or happy when they heard that. Why did it take 6 months before the DJ could say anything? Well, XM, who hired him and signed the contract, took him to court to silence him. But it was a legal contract and the judge, in his wisdom, did state that the DJ had to wait 3 months after the trial before he could use it, given the topic. The DJ also talked about this on his show. So that's when Tessa heard it and wrote to me. Also, Tessa told me that sometime in the last 3 months, XM and Joey moved out of town. She doesn't know where they moved to. Since XM has moved and I don't know where, and XM has no idea where I moved to, I believe this is the last update ever. So people, have a good day. I have a date tonight. And yeah, I have a girlfriend now.